Oh, am I live? Yes, I am. I'm live. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah, it's been a while. Just want to talk to you guys about stuff. What's going on? After this last week, I think we all need a big group hug, don't you? So I'm gonna do the thing here. Not the world's longest intro. I think that one goes to Willow. Not exactly sure. Willow, I love you. But I'll be right back. And then we'll talk about some breaking news. We'll talk about kids go back to school. We'll talk about YouTube people losing. Oh, bye.
Because your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working overtime.
Hi, can you hear me? That was weird. Hey, everybody. Hi. Mr. Nice Guy, 6668. Hey, Steph B. Hi, sweetheart. Nicole D. Hi. Giving you both little chirpy birds. Remy. Hi. Sunny 1111 Tarot. Hi. Hey, Mac. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, thanks for renewing. Look at you. Member for 8 months. 8 months in the safe, warm place. Oh, look. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, girl. Hey. Da-da-da-da. That's it. That's it. So how is everybody? Are we all like, needing Zantac? What is it called? Xanax? Well, stiff drinks? I don't know. It's been kind of a crazy week. Not just here on YouTube, but everywhere. Oh, good. Zen is good. Zen is good. So, from what I understand, some of the babies went back to school already, and I think mamas are finally getting to the, oh, okay. They've been a few days. They came back. They're in whole, one piece, and hopefully they're enjoying it. Hopefully they're enjoying. Hey, SoFlo Mama, how are you, babe? Um, it, it's wild. And careful on the road. Yes, be careful out there in the streets and in the alleyways. Alleyways. So, just wanted to come on. It's been a while. I've been going through some old lady stuff. I had the world's longest fibromyalgia flare, and fortunately, most of that has backed off. But I get this thing I call a fibro hug. It's where all of the muscles around my rib cage and my back, just like right around that area in the middle place, not my tummy, not my boobs, but right in the middle on my rib cage. All of those muscles go into this spasm. They cramp up. It makes it hard to breathe and I can't sleep and blah. So I had that forever. And it kind of started backing off and I thought, oh yay. You know, thank you, Jesus. But then I woke up the next day and I felt like I had the flu. You know, I was headachy and my throat was sore and it was horrible. And I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. If it ain't one thing, it's another. And then that transferred into a migraine. And then we went to another fibromyalgia flare and I'm not sleeping. So right now I'm running off about 2 hours cumulative time sleeping since I woke up yesterday morning at 7:30. So if I say something stupid, you know, just spread a bunch of grace on it and pat me on the back and send me on my way. What are we saying? Oh yeah. Well, yes, yes. I know a lot of you have the same kind of thing. Through our first week of middle school. Oh, wow. Hey, Kate, the greatest. Kate, the amazing. How are you, baby? Oh, mm. Oh my goodness. Middle school. It like the first year of middle school? Because that's when I got beat up. Hey, Nebulous. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Oh, hi, Burden. I love you so much. I wish we could clone Burden. Just her heart and her way of thinking and all of that stuff. First week of sixth grade. Oh, in nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's like fabulous. Fabulous. I remember my friend Lori, our first day of middle school together. She was thrilled. Absolutely. Lori was the social butterfly. She was the one that was in band and she was in drama and she was in speech and debate and all that stuff. And it was, you know, like I am now, I was a geek, you know, a little shy. You know, if you get to know me, you kind of understand that I'm geeky, but I mean well. But anyway, so it was interesting. Yeah, actually, okay, because I'm autistic, and I'm going to blame autism because I didn't know I was autistic back then. I just thought I was a geek. But I didn't know how to control my face, my facial expressions, a little socially awkward. So after PE, physical education, I was in the girls' locker room and this girl came in after, I guess she must have showered or something, I don't know, but there weren't many people in there. And I looked at her, right? And evidently, when I looked at her, I gave her what she called the stink eye. So that day after school, I was walking to where the buses picked us up, and you had to cross over the track, you know, it's like they run track. So I was crossing over that, and she and about four of her friends decided to meet me there and beat the crap out of me because I gave her the stink eye. Um, I still had no idea what I did. But anyway, it was bad. It was back in the 70s when they had those rings that looked like crowns, but they were kind of hooky on the end, so when it hit you, the metal would actually go into the skin and like pull. Mm, oh, too graphic, too graphic. Hey, Rockabit. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, you wouldn't say fabulous, but it's good. Oh, good, good. Yes, yes. So, because of that, my mom put me in karate, and that was kind of during the time when David Carradine was Kung Fu on TV. So it was real popular. Bruce Lee, David Carradine was Kung Fu, all that kind of thing. And so, oh yeah, Billy Jack, remember him? He was like a karate guy. Who else? Chuck Norris. He was a little bit later, but you get the idea. So martial arts was a thing. So she signed me up for karate class, and I did that for about 10 years. Oh, thank you. Um, Send you names. Oh, I don't even remember them. Hey, Jeffrey B. Oh, hi, honey. Oh, it's so good to see you. Look, there's Sky. Squirrel. Yes, yes. So that was interesting, though. I mean, taking karate really helped me. It helped me to be a little less awkward. I mean, even today, when I'm just about to fall, I have these ninja-like reflexes, and I'm able to counterbalance and get myself back. So it was a wonderful experience. I went to tournaments, karate tournaments. I was really good. Little humble brag. I was registered with the United States Karate Association, and I used to compete toward the end there. I competed in the black belt categories, and I have scars on my hand, and I have arthritis from where I punched a girl in a sudden death in a freestyle fight. It was Julie. I think I told you about Julie, but anyway. And I met Priscilla Presley. She was there with Mike Stone. She actually took my stats. I know, right? How old am I? Jeez Louise. Um, what? Oh, 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 this is okay. This is scary, but it's just something that I lived through. I was working in Westwood, which is a little village just right outside 90210. UCLA campus, Westwood's cute little place. And I was working at a Carl's Jr., which was above the Cartier, the jewelry store, where you had to be buzzed in. You couldn't just walk in, you had to be buzzed in. And so it was like all those kind of things. It had like Haagen Dazs, had a shop there, and it was hoity-toity. Hey, PJ, hi, sweetheart. Anyway, it was on the second floor, and the parking garage where the employees parked was like in a basement, if you will. So it was the second floor where we were. There was the street level, and then the underground parking garage. So one night after work, it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock, something like it was late, and we had closed up, and I came down the elevator, and I stepped off, and I was walked to my car, and this guy was standing behind a concrete parking pillar, one of those huge, big, supporting the building kind of pillars where, probably three or four people could hide behind. But anyway, as I walked past, he jumped out and he just grabbed me around the throat. He was going to try to wrestle me down. And having 10 years of karate under my belt, pardon the pen, um, I took a step back so that his arms locked around my neck, and I did like this I don't know. I'm gonna scare you. I'm gonna turn on my cam. Ready? Haha. See what a mess. I'm hot mess. But I went like this. And it broke his elbow in. Like the way it bends, it went the other way. Anyway, there was a parking attendant there, and he called the police, and they came, and they took my statement, and all that stuff. And so they hauled him away in an ambulance because his skin started to swell from where the blood vessels were breaking inside. And it was gross, and I was scared, and I was crying, and it was horrible. And I thought, oh, it's all over with, right? No, I get a call at work. This is 3 or 4 days later. And the cop asked me if I was registered with the United States Karate Association. And I said, yes, I am. Why? And he said, because of, how do they put it? It was excessive force. I used excessive force on the guy that was trying to strangle me. So they were thinking about pressing charges against me. They didn't. But just to have that, I mean, that was hot. Not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, no, I'm hot. Oh my God. Okay, it was like 111 here today. The real feel. I don't know. It's like somebody just opened the doorway to hell, and it just breathed all over Texas. That's me. I'm a sweet little badass. Yes. Hey, um, it's Johnny Wong. I don't, sweetheart. I don't. I'm kind of thinking you're Jim Terry, so I'm going to ask my mods to keep really close watch on you, okay? But you're welcome if you're good. But anyway, so life happens, shit happens, and you can either from Scotland, okay. Um, you can either get bitter or get better. I'm adding you as a moderator, Jeffrey. Okay. I'm giving you a wrench. But anyway, so and I've been looking at the stuff happening on YouTube this last week, and not gonna lie, it's been kind of nasty. It's been scary. And then today, have you guys seen the Bullhorn Betty stuff? She and Queen Bee went to court today, right? And Betty kind of like lost. Ooh, they dismissed a bunch of her stuff, and she was hot, and she was violent, and it's scary. It's a scary thing. And we're out here, and there are some creators like this week, Unsupervised Maniacs had a live stream, which was fabulous. I mean, Deets was on there, and she's talking to people, and I think Chronicles of the Shady. Hey, Twist. Hey, Twist. Chronicles of the Shady was up there, so we got to hear her voice, and there's a lot of really, really good things that were talked about with regard to creators and their standards and their ethics and what they choose to cover and how they choose to cover it. And did y'all see that? Anybody? Anybody see that? Yeah. But no, it was a really good thing. It's actually on my community tab. Let me see if I can find it. If you guys haven't seen it, let me. Ah, I'm so bad at this. And like I said, I'm running on about a cumulative 2 hours of sleep. So, oh, here we go. Nope. Oh, here, I'll find it. That's not what I'm gonna do. Oh, maybe I'll just go there. I'll copy it. Anyway, there was like a lot of creators in there. My pronouns are she, her. Thank you. Anyway, there's a lot of creators in there that made a whole lot of sense. Yeah, PJ, you don't go to anyone's channels much anymore. You don't hang, I guess, with those that used to go. Yeah, and PJ, what's kind of funny, when I first came to YouTube, some of the people that I was told were good creators, and it's okay to hang out there and stuff like that. I've seen them do some things that are just harmful. They're just harmful to people, and so I don't go there anymore because as I've developed my own sensibilities about true crime and about missing people and what is ethical and what is right and what not. I find that some people, okay, even the good ones, all right, because we're all human, and we're all gonna make mistakes every once in a while, giving out wrong information or misinformation unintentionally, but the thing is, own it. I screwed up. Sorry, I'll try to do better and be aware of what you're doing. That's all I'm asking. And oh, um, just be aware of what you're doing. Take a little step back and say, hey, you know, am I am I doing this? Am I causing harm? Is that what's happening? Or is what I'm doing right? What if what if your favorite grandma or somebody that you just loved with all your heart and soul in your family saw you acting this way and saying this stuff? Would they approve of that? Or your kids? Later on in life, they grow up and they come across one of your old live streams about a true crime thing, and you're flinging around all kinds of accusation. You could ask if it's rapper. I don't think so. I don't think so. I like rapper. I like Peggy. I like the people. Talk about a major learning curve trying to navigate on YouTube. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, and okay, thank you, Bob. What I'm going to do, and I know she wouldn't mind because she's kind of frustrated herself, but I've been sharing out every video Spudler does, this Spudler, because I love her. I think she's, no, don't touch me. I hurt your feelings? No, no, you're fine. Um, because I'm loving her video content. Hey, yep, how are you? So Spudler put something out today, and it's called accountability. And her last couple ones, her couple videos have been about victims and how we should interview them and how we should handle them and that sort of thing. And I love that. So I'm pretty sure she's not going to strike me for using this. And if she does, then I'm just going to go fair use, fair use, fair use, and drop her link 1,000 times. But I'm going to go over, I want you guys to see her video. And please sub up to her if you have not. So let me share this with you, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss. Okay? Over here. There's Spudler. She actually has some newts out in her pond. And humble brag again, one's named Grandma Sherry. So let me know if you can hear this, okay?
Hey guys, welcome back. or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today's video is going to be about how we call out the bad actors or just bad behavior by good actors in our community and how I don't think it's really working.
Can you hear that? Yes, we can hear it. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm not muted. Okay, cool beans. Okay, here we go. Let's go, Spudler.
I think it's because I woke up this morning feeling grumpy that I want to do this video. And to be honest, it's really something that's been building up inside me. And it's a bit of a frustration about how we go about calling out other channels and the damage that calling those channels out potentially could have. Doing active cases is one of the most difficult things to do because the sensitivity, the accuracy, and the compassion you need to put into it is far greater than anything else in true crime, let alone, say, a knitting channel. So, yes, you could broadly say that the YouTube is the Wild West, because actually it is. But when you come to active cases, it cannot be. Sorry, I'm really getting angry this morning, and it's not normally like me, but I've woken up and I've been absorbing all this sort of stuff for the last 24 hours. And I think after I've done this video, I'm going to go back and work on my book for a couple of weeks, because it is now getting to the stage where it's beginning to upset me. And, you know, so if I have to leave the community for a few weeks just to regain my mental stability, as it were, then that's what I'm going to have to do. But before
Do you think he's taking
And I'm talking. Oh my God, I'm muted. Sorry. So anyway, no, Lynn, like I said, with Checkmate Humanity, has a new channel. Kind of like I'm all embarrassed and stuff now. It's called, and I just looked at it. I probably just shared it with you because it's right here. Here it is. Okay. Make sure I'm not muted anymore. Okay. Breaking Chains TC. Breaking Chains True Crime. We repeat what we don't repair. And so but she had this, oh, it was last week. Okay. I thought it was beginning of the week. My, how time flies. But she had this panel, and I joined her, and Alex Erickson joined her. And I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. But it was interesting. And this is what we were talking about, how you handle true crime cases. And we were specifically talking about, should we be bad mouthing the parents of like missing children or children that were crime victims? So I'm with Spudler. It just reminded me because one of the things we talked about was the growing frustration we all have that, you know, we like some creators, we think they do pretty good in other things, but then they come up with stupid stuff, or they just go off the rails, and they're talking about parents of a missing child, and with this case we kind of use Sebastian Rogers because his case is the one that's kind of front and center right now. So let's listen to some more of Spudler because I just love the way she puts this and the examples that she gives. Can't hear? Doggone it. How about now? Can you hear it now? No sound, no sound, no sound. Dang it. I'm doing the share screen thing. Yes, I am. It's good. It's good. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. You can't hear Spudler. What? Okay, let me stop. Let me present. Share the screen. There. Here. Let's try it again. Oh, there I am. Okay. I'm not good at this anyway. Okay, there's Spudler. Make her big. And see if we hear her.
In everything that we're doing. And that is, we're making the assumption that creators, subs, everybody, commenters, everybody will take responsibility for what they do and be accountable for it.
You can hear me. No bueno still. Perfect? Yes? We can hear it? Okay. Okay, so she's talking about call out channels. And are they really doing any good? And this is her opinion. And I'm sharing this because this is my opinion too.
And if a creator, a sub, a commenter, whatever it is, whoever it is, will not take accountability for their actions, well, calling them out, it's a waste of time. So this is going to be controversial. I have put some voiceovers at the beginning of this, and you'll be able to recognize the voices. Now, to be very clear, this is nothing about any of those creators. Those are the creators, well, some of them that I watch, the others I was researching. So it isn't a comment about any of them specifically. That isn't what I do. But I wanted to just show a 24-hour caption of just literally a handful of channels. And yes, I could put plenty more in, but one, I don't have the time, and two, I don't watch them. So this is not about the people saying these words, but this is what is representative of what people feel, and especially when a creator is attacked.
First of all, I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm not going to allow people to say what I can and cannot talk about. I'm not going to allow anyone to police my community and police my channel.
But anybody can talk about whatever the fuck they want. You don't have any right to police anybody on this platform about what they talk about, period. Even the tragedy pits.
Imagine that we can't talk about cases. We can't discuss our theories, our thoughts, and our ideas. I'm not going to let them stop me. I'm not going to let them take that away
And
from
at the end of the day, they have no way of possibly stifling my constitutional rights. My constitutional rights are supreme.
I'm sorry, but do either one of these two work directly for YouTube? And are they in the tattletale category? Because neither one of you are allowed to hold people accountable.
How people want to just like impose their own rules or what they think, then she should have become like a police officer, you know, a lawyer, whatever.
Hold someone
Should have done
accountable.
that.
That doesn't mean that like there's this whole conspiracy program going on in the background. That's what aggravates me.
But what I am asking is, don't let people police this community.
But what I'm talking about is the
We don't need
hypocrisy.
hall monitors. We don't need police. No one needs to be policed. We're all adults.
Okay. So those were just some reactions that people had after Tragedy Pimps Exposed put out a video, and then Unsupervised Maniacs put out a live stream where these things are being discussed. How far is too far? So if you were reading, she says, I've done some research, and this is from the Barnard Center for Research on Women. Primarily, this YouTube universe is women. So let's see what these people have to say, and we'll talk after.
So I think that accountability is, in short, this is a definition that comes from an organization called the Northwest Network. It is being responsible for your choices and the consequences of your choices. And I think that's a really simple and beautiful sentence that actually means a lot.
Accountability is a fierce, radical, amazing way to choose to stay in relationship to each other while acknowledging that harm can happen and actually that we're all going to hurt each other at some point, right? So it's this radical way of saying, I choose you. I choose relationship. I choose community. I'm going to stay in community with you. There's no throwaway. We can't throw each other away. And that we're going to harm each other. It's going to happen, right? Get two people in a room, it's going to happen.
You know, community accountability practices require that we have a shared idea of what accountability actually means. That A, we have a shared idea that we're a community, and B, that we have ways to remind each other that we are a community and we are accountable to each other.
I think accountability is essentially a way that we can respect each other's dignity and humanity while also recognizing that everybody makes mistakes. And so accountability is really more of a process than an arrival, right? It's really about exploring the ways that we can be better to each other and more mindful of how our actions have impact.
So accountability is a really deep process of acknowledging harm and then sitting with the impact of that harm and then working through to transformation so that you include it in who you are, know it about yourself, and make a commitment towards changing that thing. It's a long-term process.
I think it's often shared. Like, I very rarely think accountability is something that's just like an individual thing. It's usually like there's a level of individual accountability inside of a structure, inside of assessments of relationships or assumptions that have been existing in a relationship.
When I think about accountability, I think people often talk about holding someone else accountable, but I feel like it really starts with holding yourself accountable. And so when I think about what that actually means, it is really about thinking about your choices, thinking about the options that you have, your desires and your drives, your values, and being aware of your agency within those different competing things, recognizing your ability to make choices that align or having made choices that didn't align with your values, and then figuring out what it takes to address any impact on yourself or on others based on those choices.
Yeah, I would say that at bare minimum, it's not denial, right? It's not telling someone that their experience didn't happen. It's not deflecting your responsibility. So at minimum, just accepting that something happened that you were part of and contributed to.
And what I've come to learn in practice is that really means like doing all of the hard work that you need to do to really sit with your feelings. So 1, recognize what your feelings are, which is really hard work. 2, sit with uncomfortable feelings. 3, really be able to peel apart the layers of how and why. Did you commit harm in the way that you did, or did you act outside of your values? And then making a plan to be able to shift the things that need to shift so you don't make that same choice moving forward. And I think that's actually really complicated and takes a long time. I think nothing about accountability is simple. It's really about how do you put in the work to make sure you can really understand, like, why did I make the choice that I made? And unless you can do that, you can't make a plan to do something different next time.
Accountability has to become, I love this idea that it has to become a norm, a cultural, social norm. It requires that we begin a culture of coming from empathy, from listening, from being socialized to care for each other, and putting that at the center.
So there's both sort of like the self-accountability that we do, right? So that requires us to be clear about what our values are and conscious of our actions, and requires that individuals have a practice around checking whether or not their actions are in alignment with their values. It means doing the hard work of understanding when we cause harm, what that harm was, what the impact was, and it requires the individuals actually like are in a real question about why that happened. So if somebody causes harm, it means that you're asking yourself like the many whys. So not just why did that happen that day, but really what's going on with me that allowed for this kind of violence or this kind of harm to come from me. And that might mean like actually doing our own healing work. It might mean actually understanding our own trauma and being able to demonstrate insight. And then there's like the next layer of accountability that I think about is accountability in relationship, right? Accountability with each other. That means that we're actually doing something about it, that we're either showing up to hear about the impact of that harm or to apologize if that's what's called for. And it means that we're actually like cutting the behavior out that was going on. And then that we're doing the like long-term work of making sure that doesn't happen again, right? So like
that angry 10-year-old part of me that sometimes screams, I hate you, at somebody. Okay, that's not adult me, but that's still me. How do I sit with that part of myself and be like, what does that part need? So maybe they don't do that in the same way, but they're still getting their needs met. What need were you getting met by causing harm? Like, what does that need in order for you not to be causing harm in order to get that need met?
This is about making accountability realistic, approachable, and something that's achievable and something that doesn't feel terrifying. And so how do we make an individual be accountable is actually a bigger question about how do we make accountability something that people feel like they can do and feel like they're not terrified of.
I think that accountability is the opposite of punishment, right? Punishment is basically saying you have no humanity. Your humanity doesn't matter. We're going to lock you up and throw away the key. And accountability is the opposite. It's saying you still matter. This still matters. Our relationship matters, but something's been done, and we want to do something to repair it.
Okay. So, woosah, that was a lot to take in. It really is. But I love the way all of these people talk about accountability and harm and community and the fact that we're people. And so when creators are called out because they spread misinformation or they're overtly causing harm to families, threatening violence on them, or threatening to dox people, I'm going to send someone over, or I'm going to put out your prison record or whatever the thing is. When it's overtly causing harm and they're called out by some of the channels that I like, that I follow, we need to stop and remember that these people are humans. That, like one lady said, there's a trauma aspect to people who can't take accountability, who deflect and blame other people. And, well, I wouldn't have done that if you didn't do this. And we need to stop and realize, these things are what we need to look at when we discern who we're going to support with our clicks and views. Even if you don't like the channel, if you give a view to it, the algorithm at YouTube says, oh, they're watching. The algorithm doesn't know if you're hate watching or if you're love watching. It just knows that you are watching. And that's going to boost that. And it's going to help that channel. And it's not going to call them into accountability for the harm or the misinformation that they're calling out. Oh, Jeffrey, I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, I had a tough relationship with my dad because of stuff like that, too. Burden. It does. It negatively affects us. Like at the beginning of this video, Spudler was saying how frustrated, angry she was from what she's seen over the last few days. And Spudler is everywhere. She's in everybody's chat. So it's not like she has a favorite, or that she's only calling out the people she doesn't like. She doesn't do that. She's very fair and balanced. I try to be that way too. I might not specifically like a creator. I might not like their personality or their voice. I might not like the things I know that they've done in history. But what's key to me in this accountability is self-reflecting, apologizing, making amends, and big part here, I wish I could highlight it, changing your behavior so the harm you caused doesn't happen again. And isn't that the point of, I've seen so many people in so many chats say the best apology is changed behavior. You can slip up and use the wrong word, or try to come across, because like right now, I'm just freestyling this. I don't have a script. I'm not on anything. I'm just talking to you guys. So if I choose the wrong phraseology, and I'm infamous for choosing really bad analogies, but I think in pictures. But the whole point is that if we do something that does cause harm, and not just victims and their families, but to the YouTube community. And you've heard me say this before, and I will say it 100,000 times again. I don't think creators are content. I believe you can call out bad judgment in their reporting, general character. If they're hurting people, call that out. But to actually go in on a creator just to, whatever, because of the hair, or, because they eat gummy bears. I don't know, just all the stuff that we talk about. And Bullhorn Betty, I'm thinking about you right now because I saw your last couple of videos about Queen Bee and calling her whale lips and her followers are fat asses, you know, and stuff like that. That doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen because when you're in front of a bunch of people, and I have a solid 15 right now. When you're in front of people and you're giving information about a true crime case that you're covering, and if you get it wrong and you find out about it, apologize. Oh, I didn't research that. I didn't vet them. That's wrong information, whether it's on your next live stream, whether it's immediately on your community post, whatever the thing is, correct it. Take accountability. And this is the hard part here, guys. This is the hard part, is stopping and doing that introspection. By the way, my shadow work series is available for everybody. It's off members only, but it's actually stopping to say, okay, and this is my thumbnail today. Have you ever said to yourself, what the fuck were you thinking? We all make bad decisions, we make bad choices. But when someone, and if this is you and it hurts, then it's something you need to stop and think about. Why does it hurt? And if it's something that you need to change. But if you're intentionally causing harm, if you're intentionally spreading salacious gossip and rumors and speculations because it brings in clicks and views, then stop. If you get called out by a channel for saying something and it hurts and you want to fire up alive and you want to correct them because they don't have any right to police you, or they don't have the moral authority, they're not hall monitors. That's what all those people that we heard earlier in this video say. Before you do that, stop and think, is there truth to what they're saying? If it hurts and you find that there is truth in there, then look inside yourself and say, why? Why does that hurt me? Is it something maybe that you're not really proud of? Is it something that you got caught up in the tsunami of people like I lost 3, so I have solid 12 right now in my chat. But, there's going to be somebody live talking about Bullhorn Betty or talking about Seth Rogers or Katie and Chris Proudfoot with Sebastian Rogers case. They're gonna talk about that, and there's going to be 1,100, 1,400 people in their chat. And I can see how creators could get caught up in that wave. When you've got 1,100 people in your chat, and YouTube loves that, and they're going to pay you for that, because for every hour that those people watch, AdSense is going to kick in. You're going to get paid for it, and your subscribers are going to, drop some super stickers and super chats, and they're going to Cash App and PayPal you, and it's lucrative. And some creators, yes, this is their livelihood. So I can see how that would be easy to fall into that and just go along with it. But I love what Spudler is saying here, is that I think there needs to be a standard, something that we agree upon, that is just the red line that we don't cross. I'm going to finish playing this. Copyright 1976, fair use, blah, blah, blah. Love you, Spudler.
Okay, so that's me done. I've been at this all day. I'm pretty tired, so I'm not going to go on and on about this. But really, all I'm throwing out there is without accountability, all this calling out is an absolute waste of time because people aren't taking accountability or responsibility for what they're doing. And without that accountability and responsibility, you are absolutely talking to deaf ears. And I think collectively, if we can agree on accountability within our community, which is specific to active live cases, then we might start to get somewhere. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. I'm off to sit in the sun for 10 minutes because it's out, and then I'm off to make dinner. So I hope everybody else has a great day. Please think about this. And if someone does want to take up the discussion, it would make me really happy. But as I said, if you don't, I know it's a boring subject. It isn't entertaining. So hopefully I'll see you guys in chat sometime, somewhere, maybe.
Yay. Oh, jeez. Ta-da! There I am. Hi, Georgia Pear. I looked at that and I went, pear? Okay. And my sweet Georgia Peach. So I'm going to drop a link. If anybody wants to come join me up here, you're welcome. You're welcome to join me. And we just have a talk about this. And if nobody wants to come, then that's fine too. Hey, Rock a bit. Oh, cool. Oh, peaches are so 2023. Oh, girl, don't I know. You know, hey, good night, Slash. Maybe next time you'll get a membership, honey. There's nothing really special to it other than the emojis. And you can ask Deets. I'm just in it for the emojis. But anyway, so what did y'all think about that? What did y'all think about that? Is there something we can do to help? Although it doesn't make it best choice to sling it right back. And for money, it makes it feel even worse. But everyone's different. It's not just something I could do and be at peace with. And you know, and I've heard that so many times, is how do you sleep at night? I hate arguing or calling people names when mad at them. I grew up being called names when my family members mad at me, but I didn't treat them that way. See, that's very rare. I don't do that either. Oh, thank you, Twist. Oh, Rockabit, welcome. Hakob. She's not here, but hey, welcome. Maybe you be on replay. Yeah. Woodrick Alien got a membership. Bernadette, thank you, Twist. I appreciate it. But you do name call under good terms of kidding around. Yeah. Kidding around is different. Let me thank you for that.
You so totally rock, Squirt! So give me some fin. Noggin. Dude.
And all the new members, welcome. Everybody gets grandma hug. Welcome, grandma hug. Yeah. Cute. So is this something that you Oh, gosh, no. Do you think it's something that we could come to an agreement on as a YouTube community? Because honestly, I just think we all share subscribers, okay? And I think it's bad when people feel like they can't go and watch the people that they like, whether they're mean and great at dragon and they're funny and whatnot, or whether they're, somebody that's boring like me, or somebody that's balanced like Deets, or somebody that's kind of all of the above like Queen Bee in the Hive. If you feel like you can't go into a chat and interact with the subscribers that you see not only there but everywhere else, um, it's affecting us. It's affecting us, and I personally am. I think it's abhorrent when creators call out subscribers because they were in a chat. If you're over there, unsubscribe from here. Or I saw what you said over there, and people be watching. There's no privacy here. Once you're on the internet, there's no privacy. I'm trying to find the guy on. Have you guys seen? No, stop, stop. I don't want that. I guess only the creators that already truly care would follow a moral and ethical agreement, and maybe just a few that think about it. It is. Hey, hey. Twist is giving Queen Bill a headbutt. Nothing better than headbutt. They sleep fine because of the mattress commercials. Or My Pillow, Mr. Pillow, right? Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside then, and just a couple things I wanted to bring up real quick. Then I'll let you go because we're running at an hour right now. But okay, remember, and this is kind of tinfoil hat stuff, maybe. Here, let me drop Spudler's link for that video so you guys can go watch it again. Talked about this a while ago, that we have another pandemic coming. Woohoo! Yes, C-19 wasn't enough. We actually need to have more. And I'm not going to totally tinfoil hat this. Trust me, I'm not. But boom. Boom. Who are you? Who? Let me go up here. Fine. Good. Look. And this is from June, y'all. Okay. I just was putting this stuff away. But okay, so the World Health Organization, WHO, they're doing a global pandemic treaty, and This was held in London in June. Y'all don't give up. Better a few than almost none. Yes. Pow. Okay. So, talks aimed at reaching a global agreement on how to better fight pandemics will be concluded by 2025 or earlier, if possible, the World Health Organization said on Saturday. The WHO's 194 member states have been negotiating for 2 years on an agreement that could increase collaboration before and during pandemics after the acknowledged failures during C-19. The UN agency had initially aimed for an agreement this week, but talks have been extended amid deep division between rich and poorer countries on issues like vaccine sharing and preparedness. Countries did, however, reach a parallel deal to update existing legally binding health rules known as the International Health Regulations, which includes a new category of pandemic emergency for the most significant and globally threatening health crises. The historic decisions taken today demonstrate a common desire by member states to protect their own people and the world's from a shared risk of public health emergencies and future pandemics, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said in a statement. With this agreement, we take steps to hold countries accountable and strengthen measures to stop outbreaks before they threaten Americans and our security, said the U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra on Saturday. The changes to the global health rules were aimed at shoring up the world's defenses against new pathogens after C-19 killed more than 7 million people. Yeah. So remember me sharing that the head of WHO said the next pandemic is going to be 10 times as lethal. 10 times as lethal. As C-19. Well, guess what? Guess what? They're managing to do it. And Jeffrey called it. Ding, ding, ding. Mpox. Used to be called monkeypox. So it is actually a crisis. It's a crisis. This is not a paywall. Stop it. Okay. Look, ooh, cooties, viruses, ooh, yuck. Why has it been declared a global health emergency? You know, we were thinking it was bird flu, but now it's probably Mpox. Yeah. So the World Health Organization is warning that the increasing spread of the virus in Africa could cross over into other continents. Guess what? Guess what it has? There's been a confirmed case in Sweden. And as of June, July, and August of this year, San Francisco's wastewater has tested positive for Mpox. So it's on the continent here, y'all. It's on the European continent. It's probably in Britain somewhere, you know, because this is the thing. This is the thing. And I'm not going to go into a whole big tinfoil hat on this about globalists, and this was all planned, and they knew about it, and it's to control us. And oh no, stop! No, Grandma, stop! Grandma, stop! Okay. The keys, the garden, no. Go to it.
Countries. You know, last week I announced that I was convening an emergency committee under the international health regulations to evaluate the upsurge of Mpox in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and other countries in Africa. Today, The emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. A public health emergency of international concern is the highest level of alarm under international health law. The emergency committee's advice to me and that of the African CDC Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which yesterday declared a public health emergency of regional security, are aligned.
Oh no. Oh no. Listen. Yeah. So, that's something I want y'all to be aware of. I got a call from the CDC yesterday. They wanted to take a survey. They wanted to say, hey, you have like 4 minutes to spend with us. They wanted to know, they didn't ask me any personal information. Hey, Jujubee. They didn't ask any personal information other than my zip code. But, they asked, did I have a C19 vaccination? Did I have a current one as of 2023? How many people lived in my house? How many children? And they were asking about the RSV vaccination. And did I take that? Do I think I would? Do I think it's safe? And if any other vaccinations roll out, my opinion on them. And so I don't answer my phone. I keep it on silent and do not disturb all the time, primarily because of all the bill collectors, if you know what I mean, and the junk calls, spam calls. But so I saw the phone number and it said CDC immunization survey. And I thought, right. So I looked it up and gosh darn if it wasn't true. It wasn't CDC. And so here we go. Burden says there's 3 cases of Mpox in my area. 2 of those are in your county. However, it said that it's not the variant that South Africa is dealing with. And here's the fun thing about that. Because 2022, there was a, global outbreak of Mpox. This one is supposed to be more virulent. And just like C19 has done, these pesky critters just change. They just evolve. Yeah, San Francisco. It was a guy with the movies and the Cinema Shogun. I saw he had a thumbnail of a guy that looked like he had, well, it looked like chickenpox to me, but evidently it's monkeypox. And he lives in San Francisco. So there's a TikTok out there somewhere. I looked at the local update. Cases around here were 22 and 23. No current cases. Yeah. Don't tell me no lies and keep your germs to yourself. Another correction. Africa, not South Africa. Since the start of the year, Africa has recorded over 17,000 cases and more than 500 deaths. Yes. Oh, you got a call? And you hung up as soon as they said CDC. You're like, sit down, Linda. Not going to talk to you. Listening while starting a fire. Oh, yay. Breathing fresh air and touching grass. Yay. That's what we need to do. Like I said, I try to keep these fairly short, like an hour, a little more. I wanted to talk to you about fear porn. Fear porn, because fear is the best way to control people, especially mass amounts of people. If we're all afraid, if we're all think the building's on fire, we're going to run to the exit en masse. We're all going to be afraid. We're going to try to protect ourselves. So what you're hearing all the time is gloom, despair, and agony on me. Hey, Mama Bear, 2222. How are you, baby? They got to stop messing with Africa as an experimental ground. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, Nope, nope, not gonna go there. Not gonna do it. Not prudent at this time. That's my George Bush. But what's I gonna say? Oh yeah, no. So fear is the best way to control masses of people. Um, it's like during the C virus, right? We were all mandated to stay inside, and some people didn't. We're all mandated to have vaccines. Some people didn't. And then it got to the point where they were controlling us, saying that you need to take these immunizations to protect the people that you love, to protect, grandma, because squirrel, because her immune system isn't as strong as yours, and if she gets this, she's probably going to die. And I'm not going to go into the mRNA, the vaccines they were giving people, the medicine they were giving people. That was probably the cause of why they were dying, but we won't go into that. Okay. What I'm trying to get across here is that you need to get all the facts that you can for every side that you can. All right. Whatever mainstream media is telling you, whatever government's telling you, and trust me, the 8 scariest words in the world are trust me, I'm from the government. You can trust me, I'm from the government. So, what they're saying, what's the official stance on that? And then, go into some of the tinfoil hat, the conspiracy theory people, the anti-vaxxers, and see what they're saying. Do some research while we still have internet access and can access the interwebs and to look at all that stuff and make up your own mind. I'm not here to tell you yes vax or no vax. No, you do you, boo. You're responsible for you. I'm responsible for me. But what I'm saying, and this is one of the biggest things, is don't act in fear. Okay? Remember during C-19 as the lockdown was happening and nobody could buy toilet paper anywhere? Remember that? Panic buying. All the ramen noodles and all the toilet paper and all the water gone. Couldn't get it. Well, here's the thing. And whether it's because of, who's bringing a new pandemic upon us and we're all going into the next lockdown to make us all crazy, or whether it's because of a hurricane or a tornado, or because your power grid happened to go out like happened in Houston, that they just recently got power back to everybody after, 3-4 weeks with absolutely no power, no internet. Whatever the case may be, don't go running around like a chicken with its head cut off, or squirrel in the road. Squirrel! Don't do that. Be prepared, know your facts, make your decision. Yep, we've all experienced it. And so many people they have trauma from the lockdown. I don't just believe. Yes, fact check for yourself. Exactly. Knowledge is key. Exactly. So here's my grandma. Here's my grandma words, okay? Never a bad thing to have enough water on hand for, 3 or 4 days or months or years. Enough food and toilet paper and stuff. Oh my God, Twist. Girl, you just spoiling me, baby. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you Snoopy. No, I'm going to give you Earthling. Since we're in the middle of tinfoil. Welcome, members. Welcome. I'm actually going to be doing an affirmations card, members only, here coming up pretty soon, now that I'm feeling a little bit better. But thank you, Twist. I love you. It's nuts how some didn't see the seasonal flu. Just QGB. Yeah, you and me, thinking same way. Great minds think alike. My fact show also, we all get dust storms mainly from Africa. Also, all hurricanes start at east side of Africa. I found on Google Earth some sort of giant, oh God, yeah, no, Jeffrey, no, I can't go there, not now. No. I have a whole thing. I have a thing on it. I also have a thing about why people are seeing demon faces. Seeing demon faces. Yeah, I've got tinfoil hat built up. Tinfoil hat build up. Yeah, but and then I want to work with Burden. We need to we need to do it, Burden. Girl, we need to do it. We need to do a thing about internet safety and crime victims and all of that stuff. So anyway, yeah. You meant the west side of Africa. Yeah, no, you know what? Okay, like, the Garden of Eden was supposed to be in Ethiopia, which is where? Where is that? Huh? 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 It's in Africa. It's in Africa, so we won't go there. Nope. Yes. Join GC if she opens a panel for her tinfoil stream. Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay, so I said I made a promise to myself. I'm gonna go live. I got all this stuff, and I lied, and my body said, "You know what, Grandma? F you," and decided to make me so I can't sleep, and so I was in too much pain, and I was feeling sick, and I had migraines, and it's just horrible, horrible. But yeah, I got a tinfoil lined up in there. So just be on the lookout for it because every time I promise you guys something, I just turn into a big old fat liar with my pants on fire. So I'm not going to promise that, but yes, we have a whole thing. But get your medicines, get your toilet paper, get your water, get your food, get your dog food, get all that stuff in case for some ungodly reason we have like Carrington event where we have massive sunspots, which we've been having, by the way, because we're in the solar maximum, and somehow or another our entire power grid goes off. Or if China or Russia launches an EMP over the states or over England or whatever, and shuts off our internet, and we don't have any power. Just have some stuff because you really don't want to go through that Black Friday looking thing trying to get toilet paper or water. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yes. So I think that's about it. We just need to love each other. That's our whole purpose here, right? Is just to I don't have any answers. I'm not some bunny oracle. People don't make pilgrimages to me on their knees, asking for wisdom or something. I'm just an old lady with a rabbit avatar, who's sitting here sweating, sweating like a roaring church. Um, you know, because it's hot and I'm just talking to you guys. But if I had a brand, if I had something, I just want us to love each other. I want us to be kinder because the world is getting so horrible. Oh yeah, telling people they're sick when they aren't. It's a mind wound. Yep. If you get it's extremely cruel or send to so many during so you're not allowing people to say their goodbyes. Yes. Oh God, Burn. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, and I've been exceptionally emotional since my dad passed in the last week. So that's another thing that I'm fighting through. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I I just want us to remember that kindness is free. And I have an emoji specifically right there. Queen Bella inspired that. It says kindness is free. See, it says Bella kind. um, let me see. See how it says Bella kind? Yeah. Queen Bella, that's her emoji. Kindness is free. And do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And the law and the prophets are all wrapped up into these two things. Love your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your body. And love your neighbor the same way. You're talking about not panicking, but being prepared. I was pregnant during the pandemic and watched diapers and formula go out. So I made a decision to cloth diaper and breastfeed. Go ahead, you mama. Go ahead, mama. Scatter kindness hangs above my kitchen window. See, that's beautiful. And that's what the burrow is. Okay. We're just a group hug. We're just, come here, woosah. We can talk about some things that are scary and some things that are troubling. And without any, I don't want y'all to feel any kind of judgment. I'm going to give you my opinion. That's just it. It's my opinion. It's like belly buttons, as Dietz would say. I always said assholes, but she says everybody's got a belly button and they all stink. Just like opinions. Everybody has an opinion. These are the breaks so many community needs. These kind of strings so refreshing. I can't keep listening to repeated coverage out only one case on channel every day. Oh my God, yes. You had backup diapers? Good. The breast pump? Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Whatever happened to allowing visitors to wear temp suits and masks? Yes. Yes. You had to do that once when your son was born. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, if the doctors can go in the room with the thing and, with the paper suits and whatever, those plastic shields and the masks and all that stuff, why not family? I hope they learn something from that. And I am so no, okay. I'm doing like that Midwestern goodbye where, we just stand by the car and we talk for a half hour after we said, yeah, I'm leaving. Not to mention the thousands and thousands of missing who are just as deserving to receive awareness. Exactly. Oh, everybody came in and didn't say hi. Hi. There's a girl here in Texas. They rock a bit. Because I don't yes, I do that. Put castor oil in my belly button. Okay. Love you, rock a bit. Yeah, I put castor oil in my belly button with thyme oil and castor oil. You're from the Midwest. So you know about them hour long standing by the car out on the porch goodbyes. Yeah. Stinky belly buttons. Okay, y'all stop. Stop. I love you. I've missed you so much. And so we're gonna do a tinfoil hat. We're gonna do a members only card stream. And I love you. Please let's in just our little tiny corner of the world, smile at somebody, give them a compliment, do something kind. Or you know what? You don't even have to do something kind. Don't do anything unkind or mean. I mean, you could even start in the car. You're gonna slip off and tell that jerk babe who just cut you off what kind of person his mother was and all that other stuff. Am I a salad? I don't know. I'm confused. But anyway, no, if you get mad at somebody, just don't say the thing. Okay? That's a step in the right direction. And I love you. I will see you soon. Thank you, Twist, for gifting memberships and welcome all our new members. If you're having trouble, getting a little sad or a little confused or looking for resources to help you out with a specific thing, like maybe unhousedness, or if you're a veteran needing some assistance and resources, or if you're thinking about, self-exiting the earth or whatever, there's all kinds of resources available in the description of every one of my videos, in my about section, and in my video here. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Hi, Bo. I didn't say hi to you, Bo. Thanks for coming in, babe.